Hi everyone, it's Danny from Orchid Nature. Now today I just want to show you a few orchids of mine that have changed color over time. Now I'm not referring here to actually improving the color or make it more intense. This is of course due to the care an orchid receives, and I have a few examples of that as well. But I have a few orchids that completely changed their color or their pattern as time went by. So yeah, I find it really interesting how their parentage can actually influence orchids in certain conditions and environment, because at the end of the day I think it's related to the environment. So I like to show you a few orchids with some photos from the past where I can show you. Now I'll start with this little cattleya, which as you can see is a sort of a yellowish green color. It's now just opening. But this cattleya used to be plain white and it only had a splash of yellow on the lip here. And now I believe it will be completely yellow. This palish greenish yellow. I find it really lovely. And yeah, I'm really curious how this orchid will look when it will be in full bloom. But I know for sure it's not going to be completely white like I have it, and like it used to be. And on the corner of the screen you can see the photo that I took of this orchid when I actually purchased it. And yeah, it's completely white. And now it turned yellow. I think I prefer it like this. Now I'm really interested to see if this orchid will develop a fragrance as well, because it was not fragrant. So yeah, this is the cattleya that turned yellow. Now this is my oldest Phalaenopsis, my oldest orchid actually. I think I have it for about 4 years. And it was a gift, and when I received it, it was completely white. And both me and my mom remember it that way. But last year it bloomed yellow, and this year it's continuing to bloom yellow with a splash of white towards the center. Now her name is actually Vanilla because of this color, but yeah, I really like the new color it has. Now some people might say that white orchids usually get the color of the fertilizer, but I've used green fertilizers and now I'm using a brown fertilizer. One fertilizer at some point was pink, so I'm really not sure if it has to do with fertilizer. I think it's just her genes, and in my environment it appears that the yellow gene took hold of the orchid, but I do like it this way. I'm not sure what exactly variety it is. I wasn't able to identify it, but I do love it. It's better than white. This is the Spring Dream of Pollen Dendrobium, and if you've been watching my videos for quite a while now, you might know it already, and if you don't, I just have a footage of it on a corner of the screen. Now this orchid used to be pure white. The flowers were white. I really loved it, and this year they have a purple hint to the rim. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if it's a good sign or a bad sign. I never know, but the thing is, it's not white anymore. It's totally different in my opinion. So yeah, this is a case of a dendrobium who changed the pattern as well as a bit of a color. Other than that, it smells the same, it's beautiful, I still love it, but I'm not sure why the change of color. Now this Phalaenopsis orchid seems to be undecided whether what color it should be, either white, either with a pattern. When I got this orchid, all the flowers kind of looked like this, pretty much like this. And now this flower seems to be half white and half colorful. Most probably this is due to a genetical mutation, but I find it really nice and really appealing like this. It's special. So once again, genetic heritage seems to affect blooming in some cases. I'm not sure if it's a case of low temperatures or low light levels. I'm not sure what determined this, but I find it really interesting. So I just wanted to share this with you. Of course, you all know the Hawaiian Splashlea, which has a lot more yellow to the flowers. Now these flowers are kind of on their way out, or they're approaching, so the colors are not that vivid. But as you can see in the middle, it really has a splash of yellow to it. Last year it didn't bloom like this, it didn't have this much yellow. I guess this is influenced by the actual care that I'm providing. But in some cases it appears that light, temperature, and good care can influence patterns as well. It didn't necessarily change colors, but it did change the pattern of the splashes of yellow. And I do prefer it like this. And last but not least, of course, the Nelly Eiler orchid, which I'm so happy about because as you can see, it has such a beautiful red color and very vivid and without any other markings on the petals. Now on a corner of the screen you will see a photograph of this exact same plant, and it's flowering from the summer. In this case, it might just be external conditions. But again, it's a really nice example of how orchids can actually change patterns, whether it's due to environment, whether it's due to a genetical issue or a mutation. I just find it really interesting, and it's just something to add into our love of orchids. It's something to look forward to at every blooming. They might be different. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and hope you've enjoyed this. I really like to watch how orchids actually change over time and what affects them. And in some cases I really don't find the answer. So I just take it as it is and enjoy the blooms. So alrighty, if you want to see other videos, you can subscribe to my channel. And also, if you want to get in touch with us and share with us your orchids, or if you have problems, you can visit orchidnature.com. The link is in the description, and we can chat there. Okay, if you have questions or suggestions, leave them in a comment and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. I'll see you next time. Bye!